You know what I hate about Mortal Kombat 11? No, it's not Combat League. Actually, yes it is. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 worst things about MK11. Now, these aren't the only things that I hate, to be clear, but these are the 5 biggest things that I just cannot get over with the game. Now, I would like to do a video on the opposite end, talking about the 5 things that I love about MK11, the 5 best things about MK11. So if you guys would be interested in that video, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video and you don't miss future content from me. With that being said, let's get on with the video. The first thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking about things I hate about Mortal Kombat 11 is its gameplay. It is just so not fun to play. They got rid of combo variety in this game. You're not free to do whatever the hell you want to do with your regular moves and your special moves. For most characters, it costs meter to pop your opponent in the air. And once you do get them in the air, guess what? Your opponent has a breakaway, which is also a part of the problem. This mechanic allows your opponent to punish you for your successful read, punish whatever it is that you did right, you will be punished for it. And because this is a thing, you as the player have to guess whether or not you want to settle for an uppercut to get as much damage as you can because you know your opponent has the potential to break away, or use your armor breaker, or drop the combo on purpose. Who in the world would want to watch a gameplay where somebody is just dropping their combo on purpose because they're afraid that somebody is going to use their breakaway? Who in the world would want to play a game where I have to guess what my opponent is going to do when I did something right to be able to do some sort of combo? I should have the freedom to do whatever I want. I punished this person. I countered this person. I read what this guy was going to do. And I want to be able to use the things that I have, the things that I learned in training mode on the opponent in a match. First, you take away combos, then you take away my ability to basically play the game? I mean, what kind of fighting game is this? How am I supposed to have fun when a mechanic like that exists? So combos aren't the most reliable thing. What are the most reliable things? What are the most reliable tools that you have? I actually have the answer. It's pokes, jump kicking, throws, uppercuts, and your super move, or your fatal blows. Wow, really inspiring. I would love to see a gameplay where you're just using those because those are the most powerful and the most consistently good things that you have to use in this game. You know, the things that a lot of casual dumb players spam all the time. Why are we rewarding and creating a whole gameplay meta around scrub-friendly tactics? Goddamn, do I hope Mortal Kombat 12's gameplay is nothing like MK11's. The second thing that I really do not like about Mortal Kombat 11 is the removal of classic moves. And I'm also going to add on having some classic moves in the game require meter in order for them to work the way they always have worked. Why would I ever want to play a version of Sonya that does not have her cartwheel or her leg grab? Who in the world would want to play a version of Sub-Zero that doesn't have his ice clone? What happened to Raiden's shocker move? Why doesn't Rain have his roundhouse kick? Instead, we have this weird version of the kick. It may not be classic because it didn't come from the original trilogy, but where in the world is Scorpion's Hellfire move? And speaking of Scorpion, you have to use meter in order for his iconic get over here move, his spear move, to be used in the way it has always worked. Why should I have to burn meter to have Rain's roundhouse kick, or whatever's left of it, to be used in the way it has always been used? Why do I have to use meter in order to get some sort of juggle air combo with Katana's fans? At the most, I can only get 2 fans in the air. I mean, that's Katana's whole shtick, is to be able to do air juggle fan combos. Why are you taking away the things that make the Mortal Kombat characters iconic? I know some people may say that will create an imbalance in the gameplay and the competitive scene. Oh, fucking please. Could you imagine if you try to run that within any other fighting game? Imagine if you took out Ryu's Shoryuken and the reasoning behind that was competitive scene omega lol. Come on, give me a break. If you're trying to appeal to the competitive scene by taking away things that make the Mortal Kombat characters iconic on the gameplay side, I don't think you're creating a good gameplay experience. And surprise, surprise, MK11 just ain't fun. The third thing that I hate about Mortal Kombat 11, and this didn't hit me until recently, was the lack of offline content. Now, I am someone who has played Mortal Kombat 11 primarily on the PS5, and I'm always connected to my internet. I pay for my own internet, nobody ever uses it, it's right next to me, and I have it plugged into my PS5 and my PC at all times. So it's never been a problem for me. However, I did get Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch because I travel a lot, and I've been on a lot of plane rides recently, so I need to keep myself entertained. So I get MK11 on the Switch to kill some time. And guess what? I have nothing to play besides story mode, 3 towers, and single player one-on-one fights. That is literally it. I cannot access the crypt, the costumes that I unlock in the towers or in the story mode, I cannot use unless I connect to the internet. So I'm on the plane and I'm having to look at the Mortal Kombat 11 retcons with the story mode for 5 fucking hours. That is straight up pain. It's not an exaggeration. You cannot play half of the things in Mortal Kombat 11 without a connection to the internet. And I'm not talking about online features and online modes. That's its own separate problem. I'm talking about things that are offline or supposedly offline, like the crypt, Towers of Time, the Time Crystal Store, and the majority of the things like character costumes and character gear are unlocked through Towers of Time and the crypt. And guess what? If you want a specific skin or you want a specific set of gear, you cannot get it unless you're connected to Wi-Fi. That is stupid. This one might be the thing that I hate the most about Mortal Kombat 11, and that is its costume art style aesthetic. But for a good chunk of the roster, a lot of their costume selection is just overly detailed or overly armored with unnecessary amount of detail and an unnecessary amount of armor that the characters just do not need. Like, why are we focusing so much on original creations that just don't look good? Why are we not filling up these costume slots with costumes that some of these characters have worn in previous games? Like, imagine how cool some of those costumes would look in the modern era, in modern graphics. Why in the world would I ever pick this ugly ass looking katana over this amazingly great UMK3 design? The same with this Liu Kang design. Why the fuck would I ever want to pick this when I have the classic looking costume? Or hey, if I want to give kudos to original designs, the Fire God Liu Kang costume. This is the biggest problem, is that for some characters, a lot of them, that is the only option you have, is to select their classic looking selves. You don't have a variety of cool and original designs or past designs to choose from. Spawn has by far the best costume selection in the game, and that's kind of sad because he's a guest character and not a Mortal Kombat character. Every single one of his costumes are straight up from the comics or modern takes on the comics. Why don't we have that kind of costume philosophy on every single Mortal Kombat character? This is a Mortal Kombat game, for God's sake. So the last thing that I have to say among the worst things about Mortal Kombat 11, and I wanted to say the story mode, but there is enough things that I like about it. But if there's one thing about the story mode that I absolutely hate, is the introduction of time travel. Please, for the love of God, do not introduce time travel into a franchise or a series or anything that has never been revolved around time travel. Like, why are we having story modes where people are traveling into the future or traveling into the past or creating a whole new timeline, erasing certain characters so these events don't happen and that doesn't happen and this happens and this benefits that character, but if you do this, then it will prevent that from happening? Like, oh my God, please, just can we stop with the time travel stuff? Can we please stop putting it in everything ever? It works for Marvel, that's fine. It works for DC, that's fine. But in my Mortal Kombat, nuh-uh. Just get it out of here, please. And there we have it, guys. Those are the 5 things that I absolutely hate about MK11. Let me know what you guys think about my list in the comments below. Again, make sure you drop a big thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed and subscribe for more MK content. I'll see you guys in the next video.